What's up, guys? We have a extra special awesome topic today that I think is near and dear to our hearts and very relevant to just training as a whole. It's this idea of falling in love with the process and not results. So I'm going to kick it off by saying, Andrew, how long have you been working out?
Since I was 14.
So how many years is that? How old are you?
17 years.
So he's been working out for 17 years.
Doesn't look like it, but...
So, whoa, Andrew, why are you so weak after 17 years of working out? Shouldn't your gains just be linear and perfect the whole way? Not necessarily. So, you've been working out for 17 years.
Yeah.
What is the best deadlift you've ever gotten?
My best deadlift is...
Or the best reps. So if you have like a good triple that you're proud of or something like that.
Well, I've done like 100 and... It was in kilos, like 192 or 195 kilos.
So it's like...
for 3, 4, 5, something like that.
So that's...
my max, but I've never done more than that.
So 190 is 380 plus... So that's more than 400 pounds. It's like 415.
Yeah, so I've never done more than that, but I've repped that out.
So 415 for 5, let's say.
Yeah.
About, okay? How long ago was that?
Probably almost 10 years ago.
So 10 years ago was your last PR in a deadlift, right? It seems kind of silly and kind of crazy, but that is exactly the way this goes. What about your best front squat ever? What's your best front squat?
305, which is actually was more recent, about maybe 3 years ago.
So 3 years ago. So you haven't gotten a PR in your front squat all the same in 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so what keeps you motivated despite not having gotten a PR, not being able to check that box, not being able to say, I got it and got my gold star for 10 years?
No, I'm not motivated. I'm cutting it off. No more.
No more CrossFit? You give up?
I mean, I can't imagine not working out in some way, shape, or form. So, like for this week, I'm taking a week off and I'm just chilling out. I'm still gonna do something. I may hop on the Airdyne. I may do like just our basic warm up in here. I may practice some pistols or something like that. But I can't imagine just not breaking a sweat, not working hard, not elevating my heart rate, not feel like I'm still kind of progressing, or at least trying to progress by putting in some work.
So are you going to ever try and meet your best previous deadlift total?
If it kind of the topic of this video, if it happened just because I was consistent with my deadlifts, I'm not going to specifically go on a deadlift program or anything like that. But if I just was consistent over time and I had no setbacks and I'm always feeling good and I want to just continue to deadlift, then yeah, if it happens, it happens. But it's going to happen really because deadlifting is kind of a part of my life at this point, not so much because it's a goal of mine to PR my deadlift. What
about what is your best finish in the Open, the CrossFit Games Open?
60th in Northern California.
Whoa, 60th in Northern California. What is your best finish in the last 3 years?
I haven't done the last 3 years.
So why do you keep doing CrossFit, right? Isn't that if we're not going to continue to do better and better in the Open, why even bother, right? What keeps you going day after day?
Oh, for me personally, I mean, I just mentioned it's an off weekend and maybe we'll work on pistols or something like that. I want to move really well, and I want to have all these movements kind of in my back pocket. So if I do want to go, we had talked about doing stuff outside of the gym. If I do want to go for a hike or walk my dogs or sprint or play ultimate frisbee or rock climb or do Muay Thai or whatever it is, I want to be able to do that to a pretty high level because I already have that fitness and I already have that mobility and I have kind of everything already in the bank and ready to go. I don't want to have to develop my fitness to go plan a hike or something like that. To me, that would be crazy.
So let me ask you a slightly different question leading in the other direction. Is there anything that you have truly given up on? Something that you go, you know what? That's just not going to happen. Or do you do, like, for instance, I know you haven't been doing like a ton of handstand push-ups, right? Or a ton of like clean and jerks, or like the jerk portion of a clean, right?
Yeah.
So are those things that you've written off as, you know what, it's not worth it? Or some like, hey, maybe I'll get back to those eventually? Or what do you think?
Handstand push-ups are tricky because it's really due to an injury, but maybe snatching is a good one. I haven't actually snatched in 2-3 years, and because things have been feeling good, I kind of got back to snatching, and immediately I was back in my old technique and feeling good snatching because I already had that stuff in the bank. So there are definitely movements that I've chosen that are not a good fit for me due to injuries and outside things more so than anything. But I have all these things kind of under my belt. If I do need to go into a handstand, I can do it. If I did need to do a handstand push-up, I could do it, and I like that. I can go into snatching and feel really comfortable with my technique. And if I want to get strong in it, I could train it if I wanted to, but it's not really something I'm dying to PR or anything like that.
Are you bummed out that you don't have really good handstand walks?
No.
And why would that be?
Because that movement doesn't really mean too much to me.
So
and it hurts me to do it.
So to break away, I guess, from more kind of like the interview style and back to discussion. So there comes a point where the one of the failings I think we've agreed before we started this video of CrossFit is this sort of like addictive nature of always having to PR, always having to get better. And if you're not having these linear gains, then either something is wrong with you, or it's not worth doing, or something like that. And people go, they'll watch the Open or they'll watch the games. It's very motivating. That's awesome. But then it comes back to like, okay, now I really need to work on, for instance, handstand walks because, well, what is the because? And that's kind of a tricky question to answer, I feel like, because it's simultaneously super addicting and it feels like you need to, but there's really no good reason to. And I think Andrew just articulated.
Unless you're going to make some money doing it or something.
Right. So to kind of bring this home a bit, what keeps you going every day? Is it the fact that you are working towards a PR, or that you just enjoy exercising and have that as a part of your life? One way or another.
I enjoy exercising, so I can in turn utilize it in maybe ways that are a little bit more fun, but involve fitness and strength and mobility and all that stuff. But I mean, even really that stuff aside, I just enjoy exercising. I mean, I could be in the gym all the time, whether I'm hitting PRs or not. I love moving. I love knowing that I worked hard on a given day. That makes me feel good.
Where, well, let me see if we can roll back the clock a little bit. So because a very common seasoning to feel this pressure is at about the 2 or 3 year mark, where all your newbie gains are gone, right? Your 50-pound PRs, those days are over, right? Wow, I had no double unders, now I have 100, those days are over, right? So to rewind back to year 2 or 3 of your exercise career, you were 17?
Yeah.
What were you thinking about when you were 17 and working out?
Thinking about getting huge.
How'd that go?
I got pretty big.
You got pretty big, right?
I got a little fat.
Well, and that's fine. And then, well, let's take that from year 4 to 6 then. So between the ages of 17 and 20, what were you thinking about?
That's when I was actually exposed to like real strength conditioning, and I kind of learned how to squat correctly, and I learned how to clean correctly. I learned how to do stuff correctly, which was nice. And then I really fell in love with the movements and wanting to do them right. And at that point in time, I knew I wanted to become a coach, so I learned how to kind of coach them and stuff. So I kind of had a different route, but my goal was I like this stuff. Whether I'm cleaning the most at Fresno State or the least, I like doing cleans. They're fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any ambition to clean the most in the world?
No.
Right? Well, I mean, and I asked that, like, obviously it's a silly question, but the weird failing about PRs is, like, even if you're the strongest person in your gym, until your name is synonymous with a gold medal, there is somebody that cleans more than you, right? So this sort of like infinite working towards PRs eventually becomes a little weird and self-defeating, because like, are you trying to just like and enjoy cleans, or are you trying to win a gold medal? Like, which path best suits you? And I hope if you're watching this video, you decide that the one that's is just being fun, just having fun and liking cleans.
And reality is, if you do enjoy the process, those PR, they will come. I mean, this isn't supposed to be like a negative talk about PRs. Like, once you PR past 25, you're never going to PR ever again. Like, if you can stay healthy and just enjoy the process and not get consumed with maybe biting off more than you can chew and injuring yourself or something like that, if you enjoy what you're doing, the PRs will still come. Maybe they'll kind of be few and far in between over time, but they're still going to come. You'll PR in some way. A 5 rep max, more pull-ups than you've ever done, more strict pull-ups, more perfect hollow body pull-ups than you've ever done. So if you can love just being in the gym and enjoying what you're doing, as opposed to being focused on smashing it that day or hitting a PR that day, and if it wasn't PR, it wasn't a successful day, just enjoy it. It's fun.
Okay, so this is going to be a long, kind of tricky question, but I think it'll be a really good thing to close it off. Okay, so I'm a little different. I started working out seriously when I was about 27. So Andrew's training age is, what did we decide, 17 years?
Yeah.
My training age is 6 or 7 years, right? Okay, so if I trained for 17 years after I was 27, that would put me up to 44.
Yes.
43. Okay. So, what advice do you have for somebody who is 20 years old? What should they be trying to accomplish with their training?
Enjoy it.
Okay. 30 years old. What should they be trying to accomplish?
Enjoy it.
40.
Enjoy your training. 40-year-old.
50.
Enjoy it.
I would say at that threshold, like, try not to get hurt because it doesn't heal.
Yeah.
And so basically this idea of sort of future casting, right? So if you join the gym with us at 27 and you've been here for a year, now you're 28. Just trying to step outside your own body and understand that 17 years from now, we hope that you're still moving and exercising, and that you're still enjoying it and you're not injured. And the moment you can kind of sit down with that idea and get comfortable with that, I think the less pressure you'll have is on the gym to like be amazing and just be content with your progress.
And the progress will come. Just continue to do it. PRs will still come. All the stuff will still come. Just don't make it main focus.
Cool. Anything else to add? Closing words? Sweet. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Same